I'm StarMax and I love building LEGO Star Wars creations. In this video I will show you my clone army that I have accumulated for the past 15 years. This will be a great journey from 2009 all the way up to 2024, through some really nostalgic sets, some more unique ones, as well as my own custom builds. Since my primary interest has always been creating custom builds, with this army I'm focusing on fulfilling that role. 2009 was the year I got into LEGO Star Wars with my first set, this Hyena Bomber. Right, I'm going a bit off topic here. My first set with clones was this beautiful Corpo Alliance tank droid that came with 2 jet troopers in the Clone Wars style. The second clone I modified to make my custom Commander Fire. More on him a bit later. So this is my powerful clone force for 2009. Let's go to 2010. In which I didn't grow my clone army as I focused mainly on great Imperial era sets, one cool droid fighter and some amazing Power Miner sets. I love that theme. In 2011 I finally got more clones with this battle pack that came with 2 Bomb Squad clone troopers, a Horn Company trooper which was such a nice surprise, and a very useful RF trooper which was perfect to pilot the AT-RT in various of my mocks. The set provided as well the first clone vehicle for my growing army. In 2012 I got 2 more clone sets, first of which was this awesome battle pack that came with this amazing minifigure of ARC Trooper from the Rancor battalion and a new version of ARF Trooper from the same battalion. Additionally we got this awesome Republic cannon with which I had so much fun as a kid. Next set, Battle of Geonosis, allowed me to get my favorite clone trooper in all Star Wars, Captain Rex, as well as the second Republic speeder. By the end of 2012, my little clone army had at least a great clone leader. Unfortunately, as many LEGO fans growing up, under the influence of society I stopped collecting LEGO, as it was a time to grow up. But in 2015, with the incoming release of a new Star Wars movie, I returned to collecting LEGO Star Wars sets. My clone army expanded this year with these sets that came with the first version of Phase 2 501st Trooper, as well as 2 91st Recon Corps Troopers. To this day this is my favorite oversized scale AT-RT LEGO has ever made. Additional 2 clone speeders were a nice inclusion. I also got the Senate Troopers battle pack with these awesome Republic troopers, but as they are not clone troopers I won't be really counting them to the army. 2015's clone army really started to take shape, but we have way more to go. In 2016 there weren't many clone sets to buy, and honestly I focus on other eras. In 2017 on the other hand, I managed to get second Clone Trooper battle pack from 2011, as well as this fun LEGO book that allowed me to get the Clone Wars version of Commander Gree. The Clone Wars troopers were such a nice addition to the clone army of 2017. In 2018 I bought my last LEGO set in Toys R Us, which was this fun Jedi and Clone battle pack. That came with 2 Phase 1 clone troopers in a realistic style. One of them I modified in December of 2021 to make my custom Captain Trix. The set also came with this fun mini Republic gunship speeder thing. In 2019 was 20th year anniversary of LEGO Star Wars, so I bought this anniversary set that came with this amazing Kashyyyk Scout Trooper. I really hope LEGO will bring back more of them in the future sets. Additionally, my clone army gained another AT-RT, this time from Kashyyyk. Speaking of AT-RT, I also designed my own version in a minifigure scale, which appeared in many of my creations going forward. Later that year, I also got this awesome 2019 edition of Republic fighter tank that came with this amazing Phase 2 clone gunner, and my favorite version of the fighter tank which was so close to minifigure scale. That year I made one more design for my clone army, which was this Republic turret. By the end of 2019 my clone army really started to grow in the shape and size. In 2020 released a certain, not really popular battle pack that came with this excellent 501st Jet Trooper as well as 3 regular Phase 2 501st Troopers. In addition to that we got a new 501st AT-RT and a really oversized BARC Speeder. Fortunately I came up with my own minifigure scale design before that, which I also added to the army. I also got a new version of AAT that came with this Ahsoka's Clone Trooper. In 2021 I managed to get my hands on this legendary 212 battle pack from 2014, which added 2 beautiful 212 realistic style clone troopers, as well as 2 212 Airborne troopers with physical wastegapes. In 2022 I grew my Phase 1 army thanks to this clone minifigure pack, which came with 2 plain white clone troopers and 1 clone commander in celebration of 20th anniversary of Attack of the Clones. The clone pack included as well this fun miniaturized command station, I really wish LEGO would make more of these Star Wars minifigure packs, it's such an awesome set idea for $15. Furthermore, I bought 4 more Phase 1 clones, as well as the Clone Wars version of a Clone Gunner, 2 clone pilots which are so nostalgic for me as I always wanted them as a child, and 2 plain clone troopers that I modified using LEGO stickers to recreate this iconic squad from the very first episode of the Clone Wars show, that I will use in a mock in the near future. Later that year I satisfied my inner child when I finally got one of my all-time favorite The Clone Wars sets, which was this amazing V-19 Torrent Starfighter from 2008, which has always been a dream of mine. So, this is the state of my clone army by the end of 2022, and we have still 2 more years of its great growth to go through. In 2023, LEGO released 501st Clone Troopers Battle Pack, which was inspired on 2017 Star Wars Battlefront 2, what I enjoyed a lot. As some of you may know, it's my favorite Star Wars game for which I made a lot of various builds throughout the years, recreating a lot of its beautiful maps and locations. In the battle pack I got 2 501st Heavy Troopers, 1 basic 501st Officer and my favorite trooper from the set, the 501st Specialist, for whom I modified the macro binoculars. In that set we got as well this mini version of AV7 cannon. Additionally, I got 212th Trooper from the magazine, which I equipped in macro binoculars. Later that year I managed to get second of 3 of my favorite Republic fighters. Only Arc 170 left, but not for too long. This Z95 Headhunter from 2013 is such a great set, and comes with one of my favorite clone trooper designs, which is this 501st Phase 2 clone pilot that appeared only in this set. I hope LEGO makes more of them in the future. Wolfpack Gunship would be a perfect opportunity for this. At the beginning of this year, LEGO Star Wars fans got one of the best battle packs in my opinion. I bought 2 of them so far, and each one contained 3 Phase 2 plain clone troopers in a brand new version, as well as 1 Phase 2 shock trooper, this little turret which was alright, and this speeder which could have used some improvements. I also got this Phase 2 ARC Trooper 5 minifigure, and thanks to this micro 501st Y-Wing, I added a fan favorite Captain Rex, this time in his Phase 2 armor to the army. In the summer I created my next custom clone commander using some black stickers. Oh, and I also designed a minifigure scale sidecar for my Bark Speeder, which I used to recreate a scene from the 4th season of the Clone Wars. So here is my clone army after collecting various sets here and there for 15 years. It consists of 63 various clone troopers, 24 officially designed vehicles and turrets from sets, and additional 3 custom vehicles and turrets of my own design. With this video I wanted to show you a different approach to army building that focuses on variety rather than quantity, which is very helpful in building custom creations. Tell me in the comment section what is your favorite memory with a LEGO Star Wars set with clones, and how many clones do you have? If you enjoyed this video, I encourage you to check out the next one, visible on the screen. See you soon!